It was my grandma's popiah. I started asking for permission, can I try cutting small stuff like that?
Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm the fashion editor at Harper's Bazaar Singapore. And today I have with me Vijay from Analog and Native, Mateo from Atypical, and Jiajun from Province. Can you share a little bit more about your restaurant?
Well, Province is a speakeasy fine dining restaurant. The cuisine that we do is Singaporean cuisine, and our approach is to source locally and regionally only. The dishes I create is really based off home-cooked food.
Atypical, Room 15, which is our first outlet. Being eclectic has always been part of what I do in food in Singapore. We span between bread to pastry, going through all dishes.
So we have two venues. Our first venue is called Native, and Native focuses around local and regional produce. So we work with a lot of spirits from Singapore, from the region, produce, furniture, even the music, ceramics and stuff like that. So the whole idea is to showcase like time and place. And we have another venue that's 3 years old, Analog. We try to question like what is the future of the food system going to be like, with a lot of challenges that we face, especially with produce, with materials, accessibility, energy.
What's your first memory of food that really drew you to this kind of career?
When we were much younger, we used to go to the fresh markets as a family. And my mom would teach us how to look for fresh fish, chicken, vegetables, and so forth. And after that, like there's usually a hawker connected to the market. So we used to have a spread of all the different cuisines. That's my first memory of like exciting food.
I do the nostalgic Italian, but it's a memory of my childhood with grandmother running below the kitchen table while she was cooking. I think that's definitely been a locking moment for me.
It was my grandma's popiah. She has like 20 over ingredients in it, and that kind of like sparked the excitement of wanting to cook, because I see my grandma prepping it and I've always wanted to play with a knife. So I started asking for permission, can I try cutting small stuff like that?
Why did you guys choose to start your own business?
Well, after working in a few French and Japanese restaurants, and I was about to get promoted, and I decided, wow, I'm not connecting to the food anymore. I don't think I will really produce something as of quality as well, right? And I wanted to cook what I like, so that it kind of hopefully reignites my passion to cook again.
I feel in anything I do is really I'm driven by passion. If it's done in the way that I'm proud of, then why not? At least I would enjoy the experience.
So I kind of wanted to have like kind of a local owned kind of venue that that would hopefully set the path for other people. A lot of people are opening up places that actually have a lot more meaning to it and a lot more identity to it. There's a lot of passionate people who want to showcase like different ideas.
And it makes the scene richer.
It does.
So I know you mentioned that you were working a lot with local ingredients. Do you find that that's very confining?
When we box ourselves out, right, it actually forces us to be a little bit more creative. And it's about taking the time as a chef to also go look for this quality ingredients, connecting with farms, talking to farmers, asking them like, why do they do what they do?
What is the most fulfilling aspect of it?
For me, it's definitely contact with people, customers. We want to create a special moment for our guests.
I think changing the mindset of people. And back then, I think people thought of regional spirits as like moonshine. But now, there's like, I think 3 to 4 Singapore distillers and a full range. We have a full bottle, all our shelves are.
There is a greater respect now.
There's a greater respect, and I think people are actually interested in craft spirits coming from the region.
The other thing that that's very fulfilling is connecting back to family. Is a team that actually helps you create as well, help you cook. To see them grow, it's quite fulfilling for me.
What's the most frustrating part about working at F&B?
I think the things that fulfill you is equally the things that frustrate you.
Yes,
right?
Yes. Totally agree.
I don't know if it's just me, but definitely in the last few years, like there's that misconception that's going around that I think a lot of dining and bars and anything that's to do with craft, it's overcharging people because we can. Prices have gone up so much for like ingredients, manpower, rent, and electricity.
I feel that also like a lot of Singaporeans, right, they go to one restaurant and they're done. It's a one and done thing because they know that, oh, there are a lot opening, there are a lot closing, so something new will always come by. I'll wait for that something new. Yeah, and that's one frustration. Another thing would be, as diners, you know, we have to be more assertive in the sense whereby you book a place, don't cancel. You know, like there's so much work that goes through. There's so much cost and thought before the day that you come and arrive. You know, from the R&D process, which is maybe 3 months, 4 months. I think our society is very fast-paced. Right? When I first went to US, people, they know how to enjoy. They really sit, they have their cup of coffee, it takes half an hour, it takes half an hour. Don't rush me. I think it's our society that kind of has kind of influenced us to be like, oh, you know, where's this, what's that? How's that? You know, that's why we want things faster and things like that.
For me, going to a restaurant or in a way for a dining experience is about being open-minded and in a way having all this open culture through media, through Netflix. I mean, about cuisine is great, but also, you know, like he was saying just now, when you go to eat out, probably you just try just to relax and enjoy and get again what's what's coming along, I would say, rather than, you know, arriving to a place and then immediately being judgmental or, you know, or set your own idea that it has to be like that.
What is that one takeaway that you want people to walk away from this video remembering?
Don't do it.
I think be open-minded. I think everyone agrees.
I think generally maybe to remember that cooking and is a labor of love, I'd say. And so to remember that there's all this work behind. And so in a way, be open and be appreciative for what we are all trying to do.
For us, like we've had a few customers turned into like part-timers because they were like, oh, I just really want to do it. And it's like, oh, we just want to let you know it's a lot of hard work, you're on your feet. People always feel like, no, I can do it. You know, I sleep late at night. I'm always active. I'm always on my feet anyway. And then when they do it, the usual response is always like, wow, I didn't know it was like this.
The takeaways have empathy.
Yeah,
have empathy and have understanding.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, I wanted to start Province because that was something that hasn't really been done, or maybe has been done and has failed, but it makes me happy. And you know, for the past couple of months, people seem happy every time they come in. So, you know, maybe I'm doing something right, but we still have a long way to go to really show the possibilities you know, of what Singaporean cuisine can do.
I don't have any more questions. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.